watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Welcome to Let's Talk Business. My name is Kelly Bolton, and thank you for tuning in as we have the distinct pleasure of hosting our community's foremost leaders, entrepreneurs, and civic heroes. We're thrilled today to have Mr. Tom Cassidy. He's Director of Business and New Accounts at Corky's as our guest today. Corky's needs no introduction as it's known nationwide since 1984 for award-winning barbecue. It's been voted #1 in barbecue spot in Memphis over 22 times and was a pioneer in overnight shipping that started back in 1987. Corky's expanded its locations throughout Tennessee as well as Little Rock and Olive Branch, Mississippi, and is a popular offering on QVC as well. So please join me as I welcome Tom to our show. Tom, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, happy to be here. Love doing it.
It's great, and I can smell the smell of barbecue in the air.
Right, I brought some with.
You came bearing gifts.
I did, that's right.
So I know that everyone is ready to get the filming over so they can partake in barbecue.
Right.
So Tom, thank you so much for coming today. I appreciate it. I mean, obviously Corky's is a household name.
Right.
Before we get started, tell me a little bit about your involvement in Corky's and how you got started.
Sure. So I'm new in the frame of Corky's. We have so many people that have been there for decades. I've only been there about 3 years. I was brought on to kind of help boost the sales on our e-com channels, and that's kind of where I live.
Really?
Yeah, it's
fun. Were you in kind of e-com before, or
No.
were you just, you like to eat barbecue?
I love barbecue. I've been doing competition barbecue for about 30 years.
Oh, really?
I started with my dad, Triple R Barbecue, back forever ago. I've had my own team competing all over the country. So barbecue I know. Before this, I actually worked at a soap plant, believe it or not.
Really?
And yeah. And then so I was attracted to the opportunity, and it's just been a great job.
Well, that's great. Yeah. Well, when you're out there telling everyone why Corky's, what do you tell them that makes Corky's so special? I mean, I can tell you what I think, but you tell me what your story is, and I'll tell you mine.
You know, it's funny because I'm not going to give the answer you would think. It's the people, right? It's not actually the barbecue, because let's face it, in Memphis, there's a lot of really good barbecue.
And there is.
You know, we've been doing it 41 years here in the capital of barbecue, so we're doing something right, but realistically, it's our people, right? We have people in the restaurant who've been there 40 years, 28 years, 35 years. The stories they can tell and the interaction they have with the customers, that's really what it's all about.
You know, that's so true, because even I do the drive-through in Collierville, the Collierville location, and they're always happy, happy to serve you. If it's, special orders don't upset us, whatever it is you want, if it's not ready, pull to the front, we'll bring it out to your car. I mean, just, and in today's world where everybody doesn't seem necessarily so happy to show up to work, you must have a very unique culture to have people be so happy to be there and also deliver a fantastic product every time, which is, quite honestly, it's consistent too.
Yeah,
very
that's
consistent.
Exactly right. That's what we call out. We give every employee the full authority to do whatever it takes to take care of the customer, right? We want to make sure that every experience every customer has is as good as it can be.
Well, that's wonderful. I'll tell you, I would say, in my experience, it's been just that.
Sure.
And when you're out there talking about, Corky's versus the competition, you've got the people. I know there's a few others that have been around for a long time in the area and have some staples as far as people that have been around. But y'all have done something really unique in that you're expanding, on QVC of all things.
Yeah.
So, how did you end up from selling barbecue in Memphis to going on QVC network?
Great question. So, believe it or not, Barry Peltz was approached by QVC 30 odd years ago and said, you have an interesting product. How would you like to maybe do a special? There was no food on QVC at that time.
Right.
And they did just a special thing, and it was a hit. And since then, we've been on ever since. We're the second oldest food brand on QVC.
And how do you get it delivered? Fresh and
Great
tasting?
question.
Yeah, I
Great
mean,
question.
because it's something about going through that drive-through and
Yeah.
you get home and it's piping hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I ordered on QVC. It shows up 3 weeks later, and
Sure.
is it still good? I mean, like, what? How does that
Great
happen?
question. Great question. So we have a USDA SQF plant where we cook it exactly like we do in the restaurants. The exact same pits, the exact same way, hickory and charcoal pits. We do exact same way. We can do about 20,000 pounds a day through that plant.
Wow.
We'll package that product, we'll freeze it, we'll ship it to you, styrofoam coolers, dry ice, where it shows up in perfect condition. All you have to do is heat it and eat it.
Really?
Yep.
And what is the length of time from order to shows up on your doorstep?
2 days.
2 days.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, 2
And
days.
in
It's
dry
quick.
ice on your doorstep,
On
ready
your
to go.
door, in a cooler, ready to go, and all you got to do is thaw it out, heat it up, and eat it up.
Well, that's pretty good. And
Yeah.
obviously, Memphis agrees with the success of Corky's because you've been voted number one
have.
20-something times.
Yeah, and we love to hang our hat on that because, like I said, being in Memphis, Tennessee, which is, I think, the barbecue capital of the world, to do it right for as long as we have, we know what we're doing.
You know, it's funny
Yeah.
when you said barbecue capital of the world.
Yeah.
There are some other states that will remain nameless that claim that they're the barbecue capital of the
well,
world.
we have the world championship.
And
here,
it
let's face
really is kind of funny when you hear them talk about their
Sure.
barbecue and you just kind of sit in the background as a Memphian and think, yeah,
Whatever.
You have no
You
idea.
just have that. It's fine.
You have
Yeah,
that.
right,
You have-
that's right.
Come try Memphis barbecue. So you have now, your job, you said, is more, you're focusing a lot on e-commerce.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
exactly right.
you're doing work in television with e-commerce. Tell
Sure
me a
do.
little bit about that.
Yeah, so QVC is a live format, right?
Right.
It's a shopping channel that's been around for a long time.
So are you on QVC?
I am. Yeah.
Oh my word, I'm gonna have to watch
I actually
it.
go on QVC. I was on there yesterday, as a matter of
Really?
fact. It's a live format program, so I'm right there preparing, showing real fresh food right there to the camera, to the customer.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to tune into QVC to watch
Yeah,
you.
it's fun.
Did you have to get trained on how to
You
do that little acting?
yeah. You don't just go up there and talk about it. You gotta demo it a certain way. There are some tips and tricks, but I'll tell you, the people there are amazing. And frankly, our owner Jimmy Stovall, he's been doing it a long time. And he's really good at it.
Really?
Yeah.
That is amazing. I'm definitely going to have to watch the QVC.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes. Well, we are going to pause here in
Okay.
just a minute.
Sure.
We're going to pause for a short commercial break, so please stick around.
You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
I'm your moderator, Brandon Sewell, coming to you live from the campus of Germantown High School.
So GHS-TV tries to model a real working station.
I really thought it was cool when I first started studio and all the opportunities that it was able to provide for me.
That would be 36 out of 36.
It's a rigorous class that demands a lot from students.
At times, you are going to be thrown into the fire to where you're just going to have to figure it out yourself.
Which is really great because then we gain more knowledge. Our teachers will give us how to start, but then we're left to make up the whole entire process.
It just seems to me it's not enough space in the beginning. If it's not, let's figure out what we can do.
They can be a producer, they can be a director, they can work graphics and learn audio. They can go out and shoot field reports.
Akila, back to you.
And it's a challenge to throw them into the environment and say, here's a camera, go out and record this interview and some B-roll. But those are the challenges that grow students to do bigger projects.
Welcome to Red Devil Newsbeat.
In GHS-TV, we have a variety of shows. We have Crosstalk.
Hello and welcome to a new season of GHS-TV's award-winning talk show, Crosstalk.
We have Insider, which is all about Germantown.
Welcome to GHS Insider, the show that's all about the G.
Cut to one and Q Talent.
Wake up, Germantown. It's Wednesday, April 5th. I'm calling you in.
Some things that I've learned from this class is that how to work as a team.
We learn how to communicate better with people.
Something I'll take with me from in the future is their slogan, check, double check, and check again.
There's so many different things you can do here. I would say take risks. Push yourself further than you think you can go, and we will help guide you there.
Go Red Devils!
For more information about the Kappa program, visit ghskappa.com or call 755-7775. watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Business. If you're just tuning in, I am Kelly Bolton, and today we've had the distinct pleasure of talking with Tom Cassidy, Director of Business and New Accounts at Corky's. So please join me as I welcome Tom back to the program. Tom, thank you so much. We were just getting on a roll about QVC, and I was kind of getting jazzed because, you know, here we are in the studio being filmed at Germantown High School, and so many of the people that are filming us are students, and they're actors and actresses. Sounds like they could get some tips from you on the QVC network.
You know, it's interesting, and as I'm sitting in here, this is a very nice facility. I'm very impressed with how nice everything's, the camera, the people, they really know what they're doing.
They do a fantastic job, and the staff here, Leonard Mazer, who's the director of the program, I mean, they've been doing it for years, and they do their best to make me look good every single day. But the students are in a lot of plays here, so it's those people that have not come and watched them really should come.
This is impressive.
But they may have to get you as a guest on one of their theater productions.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to do it. Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. So you just kind of jumped in and started doing QVC. So when you're on a segment, I apologize, I had no idea you were doing QVC. So how long will a segment last? When you're
typically they're between 8 to 12 minutes, and it's a live format, and it's you and what's called a host.
Okay.
And you're just kind of riffing back and forth. You're demoing products, so you have to multitask. You have to be able to talk and demo at the same time, because the cameras are going to be looking at different things. You talk about how to cook it, how to prep it, different ways you can use it, how long it's good in the freezer, all of those kinds of things.
So where do you film QVC here in Memphis?
Most of the time we go to Westchester, Pennsylvania. So we fly to Philadelphia, drive to Westchester, and go there. So I flew back last night about 10 o'clock.
So you actually fly to Westchester to film a QVC.
That's right.
So are you there with other QVC hosts?
Yeah, there's all kinds of folks there, different food vendors, jewelry vendors, every kind of vendor you can imagine. But they have multiple studios. They have what's called Studio City, and they've probably got about 30 sets. Garden, kitchen, living room, everything you can imagine, all kinds of cameras.
That is really interesting. I bet the students would love to hear about that. So, and how often do you go to film for QVC?
Jimmy or I probably go up there about once a week.
That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's
and I guess because you have to be live on set when you're trying to demo a product, and you want to be part, because that's what's going to what's going to drive the sales.
They want to see the product. Exactly right. Yeah, me talking is not what sells it. Me showing them the product and what it looks like and how it can be used and the flavors and the moisture, that's what sells it.
And it needs to be on the set, because
there's some amazing food stylists up there. They create, it's amazing. It is literally like you'd see in a movie. It's beautiful presentations, 5-star stuff. Just they do a great job in making me look good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And how much would you say the internet sales have increased over time since your first few QVC?
Right. Significant is the number I will use.
Right.
You know, for a while there, everybody was kind of locked in their homes, and direct delivery product really just exploded, and it's just taken off from there.
Well, it's, honestly, you can have things delivered. I mean, I'm guilty of it, and I really try to go out and shop to my local.
Sure.
But, when I think I need one little screw, and by the time I go and dig through and try to find it at some place, and I've taken a couple hours, I can take a picture of it and boom, on Google search, it's there, and it's on my doorstep the next morning.
That's exactly right.
It is, and all kinds of food delivery and everything.
Yes, yeah, it's amazing the way the world has shifted to direct delivery and that kind of stuff. To your point, shopping local is still very important, but I mean, for somebody in California, there's no local for Corky's, so they have to get it shipped. It's a good balance.
So what about those people that want to use Corky's as a gift? Say, I've got family in California, and I want to send them Corky's for a birthday celebration.
People do it all the time.
And so I can do that. I don't have to call QVC. I call you.
Corky'sBBQ.com.
Okay.
And there you can see everything. Anything you can get in the restaurant, you can have shipped. We've got packages on there, and we pack it up where it gets to them in perfect condition. And again, all they got to do is thaw it up, heat it up, eat it up.
And it's coming from
right here. Yep.
And what kind of premium do you pay to get that done? Like, I mean, I know obviously there's got to be a premium. If I'm going to buy barbecue and I'm going to drive through a drive-thru and take it home, I've got it. There's a different. You got packaging.
Sure,
You've got
sure,
shipping.
yes.
Because if I take it to a local UPS or FedEx and try to ship it,
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to pay a fortune.
You are.
So I would bet you that it's still cheaper to pay you to ship it because
100%.
So what kind of premium are you paying?
Yeah, all great questions. So we have dry ice, coolers, packaging. We also have shipping. Our shipping business ships out anywhere from 5 to 20,000 packages a day. So we have
5 to 20,000 packages?
Yeah, we shipped out about 5,000 today, and this was a slower day.
Whoa,
so
from
we
here?
have from right here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got pretty good shipping rates. I would argue that it's going to be cheaper for you to go to corkysbbq.com, order what you want and have it shipped, than for you to go to the restaurant, take it, go to Kinko's or UPS store
Yeah.
and have it shipped.
Yeah, because you got to buy the dry ice, the
Exactly,
packaging.
exactly.
Not to mention the hassle.
Right, yeah.
Well, and I have actually done it before, and I will tell you, it is a big hit.
It is. People
I
love
mean, because people get cookies, they
Sure.
get, flowers, they
Right.
get, but to get a hot meal on your doorstep,
Right.
it's pretty.
Several slabs of ribs and some
Yeah.
pulled pork, maybe. Yeah, hard to beat that.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's if you're going to prepare it yourself, it's tough. So, what would you say is the number one item people order? And then, if you were ordering, what would you suggest would be the number one item to
Our
order?
number one item on Corky's BBQ is a taste of Corky's. It's ribs, pulled pork, beans, some rub, and some sauce.
Well,
right?
where's the spaghetti? That's my favorite, and
I
the
know.
brisket.
I
Those are
know,
my favorites.
I know. We do have brisket.
Okay.
We don't actually ship the spaghetti. I wish we did, but we don't actually
Well,
ship the spaghetti.
I'm going to campaign to
Okay, I'm
ship
hearing
the
you on that.
spaghetti.
Yeah, that's a good idea,
It's
actually.
ship the
I'm
spaghetti
learning something.
campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Brisket does ship. That's our best selling.
Yeah.
Is that taste of Corky's. For me, I think that's the best representation. It's got some of everything that
yeah.
we're really good at. Maybe add on a pound of brisket, and I think you're perfect.
Well, honestly, I can understand because people think of barbecue, they're not thinking of spaghetti. And so a little plug for Corky's.
Sure.
Those people that have not tried your spaghetti are missing out.
It's amazing. You wouldn't think so, but it's really good.
It is the best spaghetti,
Mm-hmm.
and I love you get those casserole size
Sure,
trays.
sure. The bulk trays.
I'm not telling you this to raise the price on me. I can't cook it as inexpensive as I
can't.
can buy the bulk tray.
That's right.
I can go to your store and buy it, and then get those wonderful rolls and some wonderful
the
pie
rolls,
or
yeah.
some pudding. Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, it's
good.
it. Yeah,
It's
it
good.
is very, very good.
Yeah,
So
that spaghetti is next level. I really love it. My wife, she loves it. She gets it all the time. The spaghetti dinner with the rolls and a side of green beans. That's
you're
her
not
thing.
going to tell us the secret ingredient?
I'm not.
I didn't think you were. Well, if you're not going to tell me, I'm going to
Sure.
pause for a break here.
Okay.
We're going to pause for a short break. Please stick around as we continue our discussion on this legendary Memphis company.
So my belief is that band is the life of the school. If the band's not fun, the school's not fun.
Two, breathe, and.
Germantown High School Band is unique because we do marching, we do concert. Our director, Jeremy Thompson, brings an energy to this band that's very unique from all the other schools in Memphis.
We offer several special groups. We have 2 percussion classes that are very unique. They operate outside the general band program. They do their totally own thing. We also have a jazz band that functions on its own. The great thing about the jazz band program is that it's mostly student-led.
Jazz music teaches you how to move with agility and precision, while classical music teaches you how to play with feeling and emotion.
We have 2 concert band classes. We have the Varsity Winds, that's our highest performance ensemble, that's audition, and that's where our Kappa students reside. In that higher ensemble, we have an intermediate band class as well.
Marching band has probably been the most enjoyable experience for me.
We had such a fun time at the football games, getting to play our music and share our music.
We try to get out there and make sure that the team is happy, the coaches are happy, and that for the most part, the student body is happy.
I enjoyed band a lot. I loved being in the class.
Play D with that fingering.
It's very energetic, it's very intense, and I feel like that fits our atmosphere and our community in the band.
One major thing we push in band is just being a better person, being able to see something through to the end, cooperation, problem solving, all those lifelong skills you need as a young adult and into your future adulthood.
If you're ever hesitant about learning an instrument or think it's really hard to do, yes, it is, but don't be as scared. In this program, you will learn how to play that instrument and you will learn how to develop into a better person. And I think that the band program will be great for you to join.
For more information about the Kappa program, visit ghskappa.com or call 755-7775.
You're watching the award-winning GHS-TV, a nationally recognized student television station.
Thank you for joining us on Let's Talk Business. I am Kelly Bolton, your host, and today we've been talking with Tom Cassidy of Corky's Barbecue. We want to finish up our discussion on the tremendous success and growth they have had and that they've experienced over the years. Tom, this is like so much fun. I don't know whether I want to go back to television or the barbecue or the spaghetti or the brisket, or we can talk about the rolls. During the break, we were talking about the rolls are a vehicle to sop up more of the butter of the spaghetti.
That's right.
So, and for our audience, you were so kind that those that are watching, you were so kind that you brought some samplings for the studio staff. So I know they're anxious to get us off stage so they can get back there and do some eating. But you know, you were just saying your favorite thing is the catfish nuggets.
Spicy catfish nuggets on our appetizer menu is my single favorite thing. I'm addicted to them. I can't stop eating them.
Well, and you're not going to tell us the secret ingredient on that either, right?
You know, I will on that one.
Okay.
That is fresh Mississippi farm-raised catfish. Okay. Battered as you order it, not pre-battered. It comes fresh. We batter it when you order it.
So it's not battered in a warehouse and brought in and dropped in?
No, it is battered right there on the line. And then once it comes out of that fryer, it's perfectly crisp. They dip it in a Louisiana hot sauce and butter. It's amazing.
Well, you know, one thing I was thinking about as we've talked, like, you're so happy to be here.
Yes.
You've got a great attitude. You know, you love your product. I mean, you can tell you're not just doing it just for the heck of it.
Right.
And not just for the paycheck. And you've got a staff that I've seen. It's not, you're not just saying things.
No.
I've seen how nice and kind and happy they are and proud of their product. Are you paying them well? I mean, do you pay a little above market rates to get this quality of staff? Because they are just fantastic.
That's a great question. We have such tenure in the restaurants. I think that just shows the culture that we put in there, right? People want to work there and they want to keep working there. There's people, Miss Anita in our Poplar restaurant. I walk in, she's at the bar, happy as can be, been there over 25 years, right? So it's how we do things. And as I said at the very beginning of this, the people are the special ingredient.
And I have read about y'all and the culture over the years that you have had a tendency to pay your people, you pay for the longevity.
Right.
There's not whether it's an incentive or whatever it might be, it's to show up every day, because every time you hire somebody new and have to retrain them, you're better off having paid the other person just a little bit more.
Right. That's exactly right.
And is for people that are interested maybe in working at a Corky's, if they might get a job and say start working at the drive-thru.
Sure.
Is there upward mobility
within
the Corky's organization, and what type of opportunities there are there to work at Corky's?
Great question. So let me tell you a story. Jimmy Stovall, who's our owner, he started at the drive-thru when he was 16 years old. And
Did
he worked,
really?
He worked at the drive-thru for $5.25 an hour.
I did not know
And he
that.
worked his way all the way up. Waiter, busser, server, all the way up to a store manager, a GM, and now he's the owner. So is there upward mobility? You bet there is.
That's an American success story.
Exactly right.
And how many employees do y'all have now?
It depends on the season. When it's the holiday season, we'll surge up a little bit, but anywhere between 275 and 300.
So it's pretty big.
It's a lot.
And can you tell us, are y'all planning on expanding outside of
We
kind
actually
of this geographic
are, yes.
region?
So we're expanding here locally, actually. There was an article in the Memphis Business Journal not that long ago. We are taking on more space for our USDA facility. We're expanding that, adding a lot of jobs in the Memphis area, because we are Memphis and we want to do good things here.
And any franchise opportunities, or you think
100%. You can definitely you can reach out to Jimmy or myself if somebody has an interest. We're always looking for that.
So if I wanted to open a franchise in South Florida.
Yep. And we've had them over the years. There was one in Destin, there was one in Dallas, there was one in New Orleans. As operators come and go or retire, yeah, they have been around. Katrina didn't do the one in New Orleans any favors,
Right.
but yeah, they're totally available. You can have one anywhere you wanted to.
So yours are not all owner operated. Some of them are franchised.
Great question.
But then they have to maintain the quality of
Exactly
product,
right. That's exactly right. So we do have some that we own and some that are franchises, but we work very closely with them and they work closely with us to maintain exactly what you said, that standard.
Well,
right?
you don't
It's
want to
gotta
ruin.
be good.
You don't want to ruin the brand name.
Yeah.
And is there any? Are there any new menu items that y'all have coming out?
We just added some new menus. We added a whole set of burnt end cooks.
Oh, I love
burnt end sandwiches,
ends.
burnt ends on grits.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Okay,
my wife's favorite new item is the barbecue quesadilla. So it's a quesadilla with either pork, chicken, brisket, or sausage, or a combination of all of them.
Really?
It's really good. She eats about half of it, and then the next day, because it heats up so well.
So you are now doing burnt ends and burnt ends on grits.
Yes.
And see, I just go through. I'm a creature of habit.
Right.
I'm going through. I'm getting my my brisket, or I'm
Sure,
getting my spaghetti, and I'm moving on. So I'm going to have to try that. But burnt end. So how in the world? Because like I'll go back to the Collierville location.
Right.
I'm familiar, and even your Poplar
Sure.
store. It doesn't look like there's a huge kitchen back there.
There's not.
So how are you? Cooking the catfish bites and all this stuff and doing it quick and making it fresh and doing this wide variety of a menu. And
Great question.
unfortunately, we're not going to have a lot of time. I
Sure.
got just about a minute more. So tell me it all.
Every restaurant cooks all their product in the store. We cook
Right.
it exactly the same at every restaurant. They have the same smokers, the same equipment at every single one.
Wow.
They do it because they love it, right? They know how to do it. We've given them the right tools, and they just love doing it.
I just don't see how they can cook that many. I guess it's all, it's
timing.
Timing.
It's timing.
Like you got to
like
be
the pork
good.
shoulders cook overnight, right? Some of those things take
Okay.
14 to 16 hours to cook. So it's all about timing. I'd love to have you at the restaurant, and I can show you every single thing. It's pretty interesting. It's a well-oiled machine. At
I
every,
would love to
every
see it
location.
because I can't understand how you can produce
Right.
that much, have it come out fresh in what appears to be a small kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hold you to it. I'm coming to see you.
Deal.
Thank you. Once again, I want to thank Tom Cassidy for being with us today, and we thank you for tuning in. You can reach out to Tom and his team at 901-359-5118, or better yet, stop by one of their Memphis locations and sample some of the world-famous barbecue. To get more information on our show, you can check us out on the web at GHS-TV.org, where we're streaming live 24 hours a day. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. I hope you've enjoyed our discussion, and I hope you will join us again next month on Let's Talk Business.